Cool.
really here with it. Now, obviously, we've not spoken for a while, have we? 2, 3 weeks
Yeah, it's
with
been a
things
while
happening
actually. You were
left, right,
sick,
and
weren't you?
centre.
I think.
Oh man, I was sick and tired. I've still got a cough. Really
uh,
with it. I mean, it was an amazing thing. So obviously, my best man, he is a set piece analyst for Leeds United. So obviously Leeds were in a playoff final, and it was like, oh Nick, I can't get tickets. And obviously, every time I was getting a message, there was like something better about those tickets.
nice.
So we ended up actually even getting a 3-course meal before the game, kind of thing,
Oh,
in
nice.
the Bobby Moore Suite in Wembley, and then obviously amazing seats with it. Only thing is, obviously, they didn't get through. So,
Okay, yeah. I'm
uh,
not a football fan myself, but
no,
yeah.
it was just amazing. I had to do it.
Um,
Obviously, I've never been to Wembley before, so I had to do it. But I managed to get a cold. The other guy, my other mate that we went down together, he said, as we started the trip, was like, "Oh, by the way, I've got a sore throat." I was like, "Oh."
oh, great.
so,
God.
so yeah, so like what, 10
I
days
hate
after,
that.
I'm still there. I'm still after, but
uh,
yeah, and yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Obviously, I'm still going well. I'm not doing as bad as you. Like you smashed it. I think, did you get 11, 12K, something like that?
well, I mean, the STK figures were like 11,600, but once you factor in all my like expenses, VA cost subscriptions, it came to like 9,463 after all
Wow,
that. So, which is still really good, but obviously whittles down quite quickly, doesn't it? We've gone
that's
basically knocks off
amazing.
2K off the top, basically from
Yeah, but
fees and
like,
stuff. So expenses and VAs, yeah. I've obviously gone to Prep Center now, so that's obviously those fees are starting to come in. What do they pay at Prep Center? Only 700, but they're going to go up.
yeah. What's that bubble
um,
wrap doing in the background there? What's that bubble wrap doing in the background? I thought you were doing well.
yeah. So I had to get it because
Oh,
I had perfumes to go in. I was like, oh, perfumes have to do bubble wrap. And then, yeah. So, yeah, I've slowly started clearing out. It's still a bit of a
yeah.
mess now, but shelves gone. They're down now.
Well, I can
So
see you've
nothing.
got artwork.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I got my space sort of travel poster things on the wall. Yeah. So this will be a film studio soon, hopefully.
Oh,
So yeah,
amazing.
still got a bit more work to do. It's a bit messy. Yeah, it's a bit messy still, but in the bits that you can't all see, even though it's still messy where
I
you can
mean, the
see.
fact that sales are going down, mate, that's a massive, massive thing.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to get those done, even if I just move that stock somewhere else.
Yeah,
But yeah, put the problem somewhere else. But it's like when you're tidying a room and you just move the stuff somewhere else and causes another problem somewhere else. But
it's
yeah,
mad.
it's progress, and just need to get it all into the storage locker now. So the rest of it, yeah. So I
Mm.
think
That's
that's my last box to go out there. So
That's I feel about my garage. I keep moving it around all the time. Like again, I've
yeah,
moved it. Again, I just love it. I just love pottering about. But
I'm tempted
obviously,
to just take
go for it.
I say everything out, literally everything, and then bring back in what I need, and then decide what I'm going to do with the rest. I guess. I don't know. I need to make it look nice for for the sort of filming and stuff like that. So I've got some nice Lego stuff that we need to put somewhere, and yeah, I need to get rid of that computer. I've got a computer there you can't see, which was my cleaner was prepping with that. So it was like her little prep station, but she
Oh
doesn't
wow!
clean all prep for me anymore. So
Oh
um,
wow!
yeah. So that's just
Double
sat there
whammy.
doing nothing. It's just like an old iMac, basically.
Yeah,
Nothing too fancy, really. But yeah. So, but you'd be doing the same, like clearing out your.
yeah. I've been just trying to clear it out, trying to make it more presentable, if that makes sense. Like for me,
Mm.
obviously, Lego and being in my garage is like I love it. It's like a hobby. It's just this garage has created so much freedom for me. So I love spending so much time really with it. Like obviously, people have been watching the channel. I've just put a bit more wood up there because it used to be just like black soundproofing. I wish I had something more appealing than the eye than this massive bar, but it is what it is.
Eh, you
Really.
got you work with what you got, don't you?
Yeah,
Really? So
exactly, exactly. I
yeah,
don't want to
it's
spend
fine.
too much because I know I'm going to be moving in the next 2, 3 years, so there's no point in
Yeah,
me plastering all the walls and everything. I think in the next house it will be the case that the outbuilding we've got is going to have absolutely everything really,
yeah.
and that's going to happen. But yeah, I just enjoy it. I actually built some Lego the other day too.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, I've not done that for a while. I've not done that for a while. So I'm
uh,
just trying. I'm just enjoying it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, a bit more. And it's funny how obviously this time last year. I mean, if I'm looking at my phone, actually, I've got my phone there. I'm smashing what I did last year with
mm,
less effort and less stress. Because I have gone down to having X amount of units each time and selling the same thing over and over again. Really, it's been amazing having the power of being. obviously just it's clicked that the power of owning your own listing kind of thing. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know if you've done the video since I fought the hijacker on my listing too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
yeah,
the
but
video guide,
like,
didn't you?
yeah, I don't know if you've spoken about how the fact that, and I guess that's the other thing because I've had a one-to-one with someone and they said to us, "Oh, obviously my trademark was on class 3. The actual item wasn't a class 3 item; it was something completely different." And he said to us, "Well, I've heard stories that you're not able to win your IP case with it because really your trademark is only for that class 3 and your items are a class 5 kind of thing. But I was able to fight it with no issues whatsoever." Because obviously, I mean, if you go to the Amazon forums, the amount of
Oh, God,
misinformation there, the amount of misinformation is absolutely insane. So, I mean, that's in regards to that aspect. But Amazon has been entertaining people a lot the last couple of weeks, let's say.
Oh, yeah, there's been big news, hasn't there, with the VAT,
So
the insurance.
I'm here to get educated by you because I have just left it. You know, honestly, I have just left it until I get a final answer from someone. I contacted my my insurer, the guy that I'm be doing it, and literally his response a couple of hours before is has Amazon said that if you don't provide it, they'll stop trading or not? What's the case? What have they said?
So my understanding is basically up to now, I think, I'm not an expert, this is my understanding. So up to now, Amazon's been dealing with all these cases. So someone buys a chair or whatever, and it breaks and they hurt their arm or whatever. Amazon's been dealing with it. Now what Amazon is saying is, I think under £1,000, they'll still deal with it if the claim is like £1,000. If it's over that, though, they're basically going to come to you and say, like, we need your insurance details because we're going to basically pass the buck on to them. You can then, I guess, try and pass the buck on to the manufacturer. Obviously, you're private label, so it's a bit tricky with that.
Yeah.
But the point is, I don't think they're going to necessarily check it until you need it, if that makes sense. But who knows what they'll do, though. If you don't have it by then your company could be liable because Amazon are no longer dealing with it anymore. So that's the risk, I guess. So, but I don't think Amazon are literally going to ask everyone for a policy.
Yeah.
They might do, I don't know, but who knows what they might decide. They do all sorts of crazy things, don't they, sometimes?
I'm just so obviously I've seen it. Obviously, with both the Mental Pick server, there's a lot of people communicating constantly in regards about insurances, left, right, and centre. Yeah. So, what I mean, are people getting the insurance or not? What are people trying to get? Have you literally got to contact the insurance and say add Amazon onto my insurance? What have you got to do?
So I went with Policy B, but actually I still need to ring them because I need to add Amazon onto it. And but there is other ones out there, like someone was asking today, where they've actually got Amazon built into it. And apparently now, Go Compare, if you go on there, they have now Are You an Amazon Seller as an option. That wasn't there a week ago. So probably a lot of insurance companies making a lot of money right now because of a massive influx of all these traders wanted Amazon insurance. But yeah, Amazon basically saying, I can't remember the exact figures, but you need a certain amount of product liability, a certain amount of public liability. And you need to add like Amazon specifically to the policy, like Amazon, EUR, or whatever they say basically. Onto that policy. So if you can't meet all those things, then it's no good, basically. So the best one that I found so far is, well, there's Policy B, I'm pretty sure they're fine, but there was another one called GoSuperscript.com, which is a weird name. They're an insurance company. They have the Amazon built in already in the form, and it meets all the requirements, and it's relatively one of the cheaper ones as well. So
what price are we looking at? Like what people are saying?
So mine was $352 for the year. I think Go Superscript is actually a little bit a little bit cheap, maybe about the same. It's about $350. So that's with So I actually got in touch with Amazon have their own one, by the way. So when you get this form, it says, "Oh, you can contact our partner. It's Simply Business."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, it'll just be easier," because at this point I just wanted to get it done. I wanted to get it done right. I didn't really care how much it cost, obviously within reason. I just wanted to. I knew roughly what the ballpark was, but so I was like, "Oh yeah, my turnover is like $500K, whatever." They're like, "No, your turnover is too high for us. We're not interested." I was like, "Really? That's actually quite a small business, really, isn't it? In the grand scheme of things, $500K a year
for Amazon, Amazon's."
But they're like, "No, you're too big for us." I was like, "That's really strange." So maybe they're just targeting really small people. This doesn't count, by the way, unless you're doing over 4,000 revenue a month as well. So 4,000 revenue sales a month, which, to be honest, is not that difficult to hear, is it?
I'm just thinking, like, I'm just thinking how are they going to police it, kind of thing. It's just obviously I mean, I've already told my insurance that I'm an Amazon seller, XYZ. You know, what I mean, I've got a private label on it. You know, what I mean, selling under my own trademark, XYZ. I think it was. Have a look. I'm on to pay minus 450, 500 a year. But it has got the private label built inside of it because obviously that's a major aspect.
Yeah.
You're responsible for it.
Exactly.
That's why I guess this is why I've not been panicking really, because I know I've always had business insurance. Really, it'd be interesting to figure out if you can ask Amazon, have they ever needed to fight something on your account?
Well, this is essentially a stealth fee, isn't it? Because they've been covering it up till now, and they're like, obviously, it's gotten to the point where the money is becoming too expensive, their insurance bill. So, like, do you know what? We're going to pass this on all to sellers, basically, because obviously they probably do get them. It's whether you can pass the buck on to someone else. Like this Secret Slab chair breaks or whatever. Just a little plug there for that. You don't have one.
Mate, they've got to give one. I am not buying an office chair until I get one for free. Simple as.
Yeah, if this breaks, and I bought it from Amazon. I suppose technically Amazon are liable, but they could probably they could get sued, pay out, and then go after Secret Labs. It's like, where did the buck stop? And my friend who's a lawyer, I was speaking to him about this. He basically said, actually, generally, is the retailer who sells it is generally the one who has to deal with it. Now, whether they can then go after their manufacturer afterwards, I don't know. But yeah, that's why basically. It's a bit out of center there, actually.
It's just weird. Obviously, there's just so much. I mean, obviously, that's the thing. Whenever Amazon starts something, first of all, there's so much misinformation out there.
Yeah.
And as you said, you're probably going to have so many people willing to just, here's some money, get it out, get it.
Pretty much, because they want to mess about with it and stuff.
Yeah.
But the other thing as well is they don't give it to you in like a one form. The information was spread out and in like terms and conditions and things like that. So it's a typical Amazon fashion. It's not like a nice and easy way to do it. And then obviously they give you an option to get insurance, and you can't actually. Well, I couldn't use it, which is just crazy.
What about Europe too? Does that cover your European stores?
So that's another good question, actually, that I need to look at. So I basically rushed into this, got policy, but didn't realize actually what I'd done wasn't right. So I still need to chase that, fix it. So I've been quite lazy, actually. But so I know the Go Superscript one does cover Europe. So it's like you need like 400k product liability to the UK, and it's like 500,000 euros. One of those basically. So they've done the conversions. It does cover Europe, actually. So, well, we have to check your policy and stuff. But
I just have to. I mean, and I have not looked anything on. I know I've seen on Discord, but say for example, you do get your policy number from Pension B, wherever it is, from not Pension B, sorry, but wherever you got it from.
Yeah.
Is there a way for you to provide that policy number to Amazon, or is it a case Amazon wants this policy off you if something happens?
Yes. So apparently, they did mention something about emailing them the policy documents, but I don't know if anyone's actually done that. Apparently, if a liability claim comes in, I'm trying to remember exactly, I should have prepared before actually. They're going to basically email you asking you like for your policy number, but they're also going to ask you like who's the manufacturer and stuff as well. And if you don't answer that within like 14 business days or 14 days, then they're going to go after you for it. Basically, you'll be liable. But it sounds like they want to try and pass it on to the correct person, and you've got like 14 days to deal with that. I think it's 14 days. I'll have to look it up again. But but I guess it's just to cover yourself because Amazon are no longer dealing with it anymore. This has been a thing in America for a while, I think. So,
I mean, I can imagine America people sue left, right, and center, and for anything and everything. So,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess that's the thing. I guess obviously, if you had a contact in America, we could ask how they're dealing with it over there.
Yeah,
that's probably the best people to ask with it, because obviously anything that happens in America eventually trickles down here, doesn't it? Like the other big change in America is currently, is it they're charging you if you're out of stock? Am I correct or not?
So yeah, but that one comes to you. So normally a policy goes into USA and comes to UK. I don't think that one will. They've got like an average stock level policy basically where it's if you don't keep a certain amount of stock on item, they charge you more money for it. The reason being they want to have enough items they can distribute around the country, I guess. And also, like, if you're the only one, if you've only got one item in stock and it's like on the South Coast, it costs Amazon a lot of money to send it to someone on the East Coast. In the UK, we don't have the distance postage problem.
Yeah, across Europe,
in America, they charge based on distance, obviously enormous country, whereas we don't have that, so I don't ever see that coming here. I don't see why it makes sense. But obviously it's better for Amazon. Well, I suppose technically we don't charge a distance, but Amazon do have that problem because they do Amazon logistics.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's way cheaper for them to deliver it next door than it is to Scotland, for example. So if you send 100 items in, and they'll distribute it all around the country based on where they think the demand is. And then when someone orders in like Edinburgh, they'll send it from the closest warehouse.
Yeah.
But if your item's in Cornwall and they have to drive it all the way up to well, they'll probably use Royal Mail, to be honest. It's probably, they know what they're doing. They're like, well, it's going to cost us too much to do it ourselves. Royal Mail will do this for a flat fee. We'll use Royal Mail or whatever they do. Yeah. So I don't see that coming here. There's a few changes in America. Like right now, I don't know if you noticed, there's a no return refund. Yeah, so right now in Amazon, basically, if a customer says to me, like wants to return like a moisturizer, for example, and I've had this like 50 quid moisturizers, Amazon will just say to keep it and we'll give you a refund. And they're doing that with your item, which is total BS if you ask me. But they're now bringing in an option where you can opt out of that, basically. So
I think so. Can you imagine 50 quid just like that?
Yeah, exactly. So it's probably open to a little bit of abuse there, that kind of thing. So it's a bit naughty of Amazon to do that on your behalf. Obviously, now you have to pay for return fees and stuff, but I think I'd rather get it back, pay a little bit more returns, and then if it's like a moisturizer, I can give it to a mum or something, rather than let some random stranger keep it, because they said they didn't like it. That's a policy coming in as well, which will be a good one, I suppose, that's going to happen soon. Well, it's in America right now, so hopefully it'll trickle down to UK.
Another policy we've got over here is the VAT on fees, isn't it? Obviously, it's not going to affect us at all.
No. Well, it does in a good way, because it makes it harder for newer sellers to get into the business. So non-VAT people now have to pay VAT on fees, which means there'll be a little bit less price tanking, won't there? Because they can't put their price down as much. Because so it's not exactly a huge amount. It's 20% of VAT on the fees.
On their fees, it's not crazy, is it?
But so they're changing how they're taxing, because right now you can get yourself out of paying the fees if you're non-VAT registered, which is pretty good, I suppose. Nice little thing. But now Amazon, I guess they're getting cracked down by the governments in Europe, because now they're basically, depending on where you sell, there's a certain tax. Amazon is going to set up and incorporate in each country, I suppose, and they're going to bill you for the VAT. So it does affect us from a cash flow point of view. We're going to have lower disbursements as a VAT registered person, but then we can claim it back every quarter from the government. So you have a less disbursements for that 3 months or 4 months technically, and then you're going to get a big chunk of it back.
I mean, obviously, I can't imagine Amazon enjoyed I mean, it must have been a couple of people a day applying to get exempt from fees and applying for the refund too, because that's the big thing. I mean, my refund was 4,500, so
I got a decent amount as well.
Yeah, so it's just one of those
loads
things.
of money actually. I think I need to chase it actually.
Wow,
but it didn't help that they put all the hurdles in place though. It made it really difficult. So they created work for themselves, which is what Amazon does actually for themselves. Anything on there is very difficult to do. There's obviously a lot of people have been struggling with this Lilal ingredient in perfumes. I don't know if you've had that.
I saw that actually. That's popped up. And I guess that's the good thing about being part of a different community on Discord. You just see other people and think, right, I'm not alone, kind of thing. I'm not alone, really with it. And I mean, have you been stung with it?
Yeah. So, yes, but Amazon are so bad though, because they kept saying, right, here's like 5 things that contain this ingredient. I'm like, okay, I'll look at the ingredient box. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Take a picture of for them, send it to them. And they're like, well, you need to update listing. I'm like, don't you know how Amazon works? I'm not in charge of that listing. I can't touch it. It's like Amazon the customer service representatives don't realize if you haven't created the listing, you've got zero control over that listing. It's one of the weird things about Amazon. Like if the listing owner does something wrong with a picture or whatever, everyone gets dinged for it, which makes no sense.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
It'd be all right if you could fix it, or but so I had 2 or 3, and I submitted everything for them, and they basically said we need to update the listing. I'm like, I can't. What do you want me to do here? What do you want me to do? It's just kind of, Amazon's a funny old place, isn't it? Really at times, but
most of the time, to be honest. But it's not funny. I mean, it's the fact that the amount of money we can make from it, and that's the thing, isn't it? It's just, you take the good with the bad kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah, customer support's really bad. I had something recently. They hit me with an IP claim on a listing I don't even have in my inventory anymore. I think I sold it in the past, so I acknowledged it basically, as you can. And they said to me, well, we can't find it in your inventory, so we can't acknowledge it. You need to add it back in. I'm like, why would I add back in something you just IP'd me for? It's like, what is going on here?
Wow.
It's like, did you just read what you wrote? Of course they didn't read it. It comes from a template, but it just makes no sense.
Well, that was me for, I think, 3 months. I've been fighting, and obviously it's absolute pennies. Okay, I sell through the EFN program and selling through Europe.
Yeah.
For a long time, I didn't have a listed number, so hence I wasn't able to sell in Germany. But I keep getting fees in Germany, 4p, and it eventually became £3.60, £4 a month, or £4 a month. And I'm thinking, well, why am I paying that £4 a month kind of thing? When it was pennies, you think it must have been some mistake. And I've been fighting it for months over and over again. And turns out what it was, I was paying long storage fees for an item that obviously I'd sold out. It wasn't in my inventory. And the first time Amazon said, yeah, that's okay. And I got a refund. I got a refund twice with the item because they charged me again. And I said, well, guys, this needs to get sorted. I'm getting charged long-term fees. Anyway, so I messaged the managing director because I do that last thing for it. I know a lot of people abuse it and basically, I'm not able to do something, email the managing director, but I only do it as a last case scenario kind of thing. So I think this is why I've had so much success too with being the last attempt, really, because I'll say, here's all the cases. These are all my cases that I've done. And can you please find where this item is? They found it in Poland. I've never sold in Poland. You know what I mean? I've never sold in Poland. So, and obviously they said to us because of COVID, because of Brexit, we're not able to send it out or anything to yourself. I'll just get my DPD parcel. Won't be a minute. Bye.
Oh, what did you order from Game then?
Sorry?
Is it from Game, is it?
No, it's actually it's my China stuff. Obviously they arrive at DPD China stuff.
So you might be spending your elite points, which is another thing that's come up as well.
Oh, that is crazy, isn't it? We've not talking for so long, for ages. So the Game Elite, that's massive, isn't it? I've been going to the stores constantly and asking, and nobody had a proper day. And then they said, oh, we'll send an email out in the middle of June, and they've just sent it now. Which is quite mad. Guys, spend your Game Elite points because they get wiped out.
Yep, just bought mine. Nano Leaf, something like that. Where it is.
Oh, wow. That'll look quite nice.
Well, I've literally got, you can probably see the battery backgrounds all go crazy. That's the Nano Leafs up there. Yeah. So I just thought, I'll get 3 more, and I've got another 3 coming as well. So
wow.
Yeah, get them spent. That's going to be a big hit for people that order from Game. And I've not done a lot recently, I suppose, but ordered from Game in the past. That 10% is a big deal, actually.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's always nice to have that, like, if this thing tanks and I get 0 money out of it, at least I make 10% of my points.
Yeah, I'm back on it. I mean, I've had everything. All my Apple stuff has been from that. Again, gift cards, then giving the gift cards to the company, and then I'm winning double the time because there's director's loan kind of thing. It's been absolutely amazing, really. But obviously, I mean, there was a period of time where you even got cash back on your postage. You even got your cash back on your postage, didn't you, for a long time for Game? And then that's gone out there.
Actually, but yeah.
But yeah, it's just obviously
that's coming to an end. So sad. Not even one. To be fair, 10% is fantastic. Like to get 10% back is nuts. On anything as well, wasn't it? Pretty, maybe not game consoles, maybe, I'm not sure, but I don't know where it's going to go to now. But for a long
time, you could abuse it too. You could use complete savings with Game Elite and get like 20%. So obviously, complete savings had Game for a long time on it. Plus the 10% was insane, but it's just one of those things. Everything.
I never had any luck with complete savings. They were crooks. They let me build up like £200-300.
Yeah, exactly. You get to that stage.
Stole my money. First time, didn't get any money out of them. So, and they still charged me the monthly fee as well. Total joke, to be honest.
No, I mean, that's why I stayed out. After that, I think it was third account, I thought, well, Nick, there's just no point. So at least stop cashback Quidco, you know what you're getting kind of thing. Exactly. Yes, I know it's 2-3%, but at least you're not building a cash pot and then suddenly, oh, by the way, provide these receipts. You're buying too much. You're buying too much.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll take the money off
all your money. Yeah, exactly.
You're a bad person. We'll keep all your money now. That's what it was.
Really like that. So naughty, to be honest. They're it's very, very bad.
It's crazy.
But yeah, there's been quite a few changes, I guess. It's going to hurt newer sellers, I guess. The VAT changes. Obviously, you now have to pay about 300 quid for insurance to do any business. Well, to be fair, you don't have to do it right away, actually, because it's 4,000 revenue. Yeah, so but yeah, the VAT thing will hurt people a little bit, but in the long run, it's probably going to help them because that means there's
Yeah.
less golf when it goes from being non-VAT registered to VAT registered. Like, I remember when I started, I was like, thought I was doing really good, making 20% ROI non-VAT, but then it's like you don't realize when you go VAT registered, you're going to do even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was like Billy Big Balls making all this money, but actually turns out I was throwing money down the drain, basically selling things too
Yeah.
cheaply and didn't know what I was doing.
That's what
Um,
I've just made a video really. In fact, I actually had to make it twice. That's why I messaged you. I messaged them, by the way, guys, who are watching. I messaged them, Simon, about an hour and a half ago. I said, "Oh, do you want to do a video now?" Simply because I was so angry with myself because I did the whole video, and then I just looked at the maths in the back of it, and the maths were wrong. I was like, "Oh, I cannot use this." The whole video
is
because
this
the maths
the
on
whiteboard one with
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the multiplying one?
yeah,
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 I
yeah.
watched it and commented. Yeah,
Oh,
so
just I mean, it annoyed me. It annoys me massively. These videos at the moment in time, I'm just
yeah,
constantly seeing them. Did you know that? And then obviously the maths in the
yeah.
background that I just had too many zeros. And I'm like, oh Nick, why have you not noticed that? And
Oh no, that's great.
obviously, so I
Yeah.
had to just record the whole. That's what I'm messaging. I'm thinking I need to do something else.
So
So,
what did you
but
see that? Was it like a Seller Circle one or something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah, it
Or
was. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Seller Circle, it was. Yeah, Seller
yeah,
Circle. But I've seen 2 or 3 others that are doing it too. And then
yeah,
even single people doing it, and just it's not that, is it? And it's not just on Amazon. It's on Etsy content. Digital planners. I'm making digital planners. If you sell 10 planners a day for that thing, and it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
just that. It's just people are just providing the clickbaity kind of videos. It proper gets me. Obviously,
What
maybe I should be
sales
doing it
bars?
more.
When people post the sales bars on Amazon, it means literally nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, it literally does.
Absolutely nothing whatsoever. And I actually reckon some of these big guys now, like the guy who went Seller Ramp, I'm not sure he even does Amazon anymore, really. I feel like he just probably breaks even, just gets their orange bars. He never posts his profits. He kind of needs to keep it up, if that makes sense. But yeah, I've been posting my results. So I posted my results for May, I think it was. Yeah, and some guy was very unhappy with my results, saying that my STK and my profit figures are all fake, basically, because I've still got stock. So I didn't make £9,000 last month, 9,400, whatever it was, because I've got like 20,000 in stock. So I technically lost 10,500.
Well, he doesn't
I'm
know. He
like,
doesn't know how to do his thing. Then
I'm
he's
like, that's not how it works. You don't factor in your. I mean, yes, I understand your point of view where you're
no, it's
coming
wrong.
from
It's
there,
wrong. Period. Because when you do
but
your corporation tax, that
that's exactly what I
20,000 is
said.
still asset. It's still
Yeah,
asset.
that's exactly what I said. I said, well, yeah, when you're doing your end of year accounts, HMRC don't factor in your stock levels into your profit. So why should I? I get it to a
Oh.
point of view what you're saying, but yes, from a cash
No,
flow
I don't
point of
get
view,
that at all, man. It's just
technically, but
pathetic. It's just that it's just
um,
somebody's is
yeah,
a jealous person. If somebody is working for themselves and earning 10,000 comfortably, yes,
yeah,
you do work. Yeah, we both established the fact that you do work X amount of hours per week, but you're not stressed with it. Yeah,
mm,
you pick to do it, and you're making 10K, and you've got somebody commenting. Actually, it's not
yeah,
quite. It's not quite
yeah.
10K.
Well, I try and answer all the comments, I guess. I don't want to, yeah, but
No.
I do get a point of view where people are saying like STK is a bit. I post my daily STK results, and I fully admit, those aren't the 100% picture. But I do an end of every month. I do like an analysis and show you my exact breakdown of all my costs. I can't do that every day. I
Yeah.
can't it's not possible for me to do every day. STK is the best we've got, basically. I can't start averaging out my fees for the day, but when I don't even know what they are for the whole month
Yeah.
either. So, but yeah, but it's better than the orange bars anyway. It's better like that, which is literally just it looks good, but it's
Well, that's.
stupid.
I mean, initially, when I first started doing Amazon a couple of years ago, and I was looking at my own, I was like, oh yeah, I've sold so much. It's just you just don't think about it. Then the moment you become
Yeah,
VAT registered, and I guess that's the thing. I think it was POC FBA that did an Instagram post too. He was like, "Stop taking advice from people who are not even VAT registered." It's like,
yeah,
what are you doing? You know what I mean? What are you actually doing? Why are you
that's true.
why are you looking up on people that are not even VAT registered? Because it does make a massive, massive difference. Don't get me wrong, like some people will have solid advice even if they're not VAT registered. But don't say like, oh, I'll make thousands when you're not even VAT registered. So what are you doing? Say best case scenario, you got a 50% margin. Let's say the best case scenario, 50% margin, what are you on 45K a year?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So what
still not a bad income to be
it's
fair,
still not
but
bad,
yeah,
but you've got no margin for it, then have you? You've
yeah,
got no
yeah,
margin for it. Um, for that, everything's got to go perfectly, fantastically well. So I don't know. It's just,
Yeah. In fact, you're kind of lucky in the UK that you can do 90,000 revenue now VAT free, because it kind of gives you like the easy mode to get used to the business before you go proper pro, basically, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like the entry level. And if you break even for that year, I guess, probably okay, as long as you learn lessons and stuff. But yeah, you get like easy mode with non-VAT.
It's literally
Slightly
easy
less
mode.
easy
It's
now, though.
literally easy mode.
Yeah, it's Whereas, well, I guess America's easy mode all the time because they have no sales tax.
Yeah, I know. Imagine you living in California and trying to compete with somebody in Texas.
Well,
It's
you just
insane.
prep center it, don't you? Basically, simple as that. You go to a non
50%, whatever it is, 50% in California, and like,
that's why all these prep centers pop up in the non-sales tax states. But then prep costs are more expensive out there, $2-3 a time. You know, so you need to factor that in. But still, sometimes it's cheaper, I suppose, than paying sales tax. To know how expensive the item was. But yeah, it's I see it's that I was on. I don't consume social media, but I've been posting now Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and I did spend like 15 minutes on Instagram looking through, and the amount of like scammy stuff that came up, it was just nuts. I didn't actually see any Center Circle, for example, but I saw other people saying I can make £100,000 a month from Microsoft, and then another post, I can do the same with Google, whatever. I can make money with AI and all this rubbish, drop shipping. And some guy jumped into my Discord group and was DM everyone saying, "Oh, do you know the dangers of doing Amazon? You should do drop shipping instead." I booted him. I'm open for most people to come into my group. You start doing everyone, start talking about drop shipping, you're gonna get booted.
The guy came straight from 2010.
Exactly.
It just jumped. Wow.
Yeah. That was hilarious, really. So yeah, I saw quite a lot of scams on there. So it's just trying to guess, because I now post on there daily and trying to like get through the noise of all these scams.
Have you got a bot implemented? I think when obviously I've got a free one myself, but I'm thinking I'm going to implement a bot to try and figure it out. It must be a way to pick up if they're aiming too many people.
You can see it. Literally go to members, and then a little thing pops up to next to their name saying this person has DM'd a lot of your members in 24 hours. So Discord have it in there.
Nice.
I don't know if there's a bot you can use to auto kick people.
Yeah.
So right now, I think your one, people have to be given a role before they can talk.
Yeah, so that's where I've done it. Yeah, that's where I've done it. Yeah.
Mine's not. Anyone can just come in and talk right away. I've not had any bad problems right now. I've only got 200 members though. When it gets to crazy, have you seen the guy who runs Seller App? He's got a free Discord. He has 46,000 members.
Damn.
So, obviously, when you got that number of people, you're going to need
control
mods and stuff like that. So it's going to get crazy to think. Well, hopefully you're worrying about that later.
When you're talking about the guy who runs Seller App, do you talk about Al or Flip for Miles?
Flip for Miles, yeah. It's Flip for Miles, and I don't even know who the other guy is, to be honest.
No, the main. Obviously, because when I think about Solar Amp, I actually think the guy who created it, like Al.
Yeah, but I think he's either sold half of it or sold all of it to Flip for Miles guy. I don't know exactly how it's worked.
Wow, that's interesting.
As far as I'm aware, he's bought the company or bought a percentage of it, the Flip for Miles guy.
Yeah.
He's got a Discord group in America called the Amazon Launchpad, and it's by two guys. Fields for Profit and Flip for Miles.
Yeah.
And it's got like 46,000.
Well, I think I sent it to you, didn't I? I sent to you that Fields for Miles was interviewing that Reezy Resells. I was like, damn. Just sent it to you. Reezy Resells is quite a big on YouTube. I think he's got.
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah.
And I think Flip for Miles was interviewing. I was like, as if they've got him, kind of thing.
Okay, no, I don't think I saw that one actually. I need to
there must have been like a massive convention. I think Raking Profits was there too. I know you like Raking Profits.
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah. To be honest, there's so many people. It feels like everyone does it, but at the same time, I encourage people to do it as well. You know what I'm saying? If you're starting your Amazon journey, document it, because there'll be someone who's interested in it. You can teach them. If you're into that, you don't have to do videos like we do. You can just do Twitter, just post whatever, a little tweet
it's just,
in there.
It'll just, even for yourself, for your personal growth, like, obviously, I looked at my first year of Amazon, and I had the screenshot. It said 28K for the whole year, which is not bad part-time.
Yeah,
and I did 25K in 1 month. It's just, what a progress that is from
exactly.
So I mean, even for me, it's been amazing. YouTube. I don't think I would have quit my job and just do Amazon if I didn't have YouTube. And it's not as if, mate, I'm not a professional or anything by any means whatsoever. But I'm honest, and I think this is why you're also getting a lot of subs like early on, because you are honest. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, try and keep it real. There's no point cheating people.
No, but this is
Or
why I think
lying about it all,
that's why I
because you're
made
going to
that
slip
video
up as well.
today. That's why I
Isn't it?
made that video here today. I was just like,
Yeah, Seller Circle, they are literally the scumbags. And if you guys watching this, you're disgraceful for stealing those leads. I don't like to knock people down, but I'm like, come on, guys, you stole Mental Big leads and stuff.
I know,
It's naughty. And posting those crazy videos as well, they're very disingenuous. But I get it. They're just marketing. They are good at marketing, and they've got a lot of members. They make a lot of money. They make way more money than you and I put together times by 5, like
yeah,
by times
I
by
mean,
10.
I mean, obviously you see the cars are driving and everything, but it's just
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's just I don't know what it is. I don't even know if they own the businesses or anything. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. All I see is somebody selling a fake story, and it doesn't matter if it's Etsy planners. It doesn't matter if it's Amazon. It doesn't matter anything. It's just I hate it when they're trying to. I hate it when they treat people like they're idiots. I guess that's the biggest thing.
But that's what social media now is, like fake it till you make it kind of stuff, and sell these big dreams to people, because unfortunately you get people who come along and believe it, fork out for a course or whatever, and then I don't know.
It's a bad time. I was going to say I'm making a course, and you
yes, I am making a course as well. Yeah, but hopefully I've built up a good reputation, I guess. Yeah, I've started mapping out a course as well, but I think
courses are a scam. By the way, guys, I am making a course and I'm launching it today. Thanks for that, Simon.
Yeah, but you're not going, well, all you have to do, guys, is just sell 83,333 items a month for £1 profit each.
That's it.
And you'll make £1 million a year.
Your maths are crazier than mine.
Which is £1 million a year. It was 9999998, I think, wasn't that? Yeah. So yeah, which if you boil it down to the most basic level, that is correct.
On what? I mean,
executing that though, well, I'm saying if you can make £1 profit per item, but executing that is a whole different ball game as well. I've seen some of those circle videos where they go into co-op or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, we've made £1,800 on this Lego set," or whatever. I've seen even one TikToker, actually, Instagram, I think, going around saying, bought this for this. I'm like, I don't know if that was actually ever on that for that price.
Yeah.
Have you just made that up? Because I didn't see the sticker on the shelf.
Yeah.
Like, I could go and make a video, pick this up for £10, seeing it for 50 on Amazon, but if you don't show the sticker price, then was it really?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, that's the way the world is right now with social media.
I mean, it's so easy to fake content, isn't it? It's so easy to fake it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, they could be going to a store and checking everything up there and say, oh, we're going to scan this first and then that one after. And then, oh, this is what the video looks like. It's just, I don't know. I guess that's one of the things that's put me off from doing the RA videos, because it took so long. It literally would take 2-3 hours, and then 2-3 hours of looking and editing it to, it is by far the most watchable content on my.
It is though, yeah. It is. I watched it.
Yeah,
I watched your stuff. That's how I found your channel. That's how I found Mental Pic's channel. Watching people go around, because it's the most relatable. Yeah, anyone can relate to going to Tesco's and buying an item and then selling it, basically. Yeah. Even if they eBay it rather than Amazon it.
Yeah, exactly that.
I need to do it, but I'm too lazy.
Well, I got myself. The first time I don't know if you can see it. I can show this there. My little Osmo.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, in the background. Yeah.
So
cool.
I might take that with me on us, but I've changed the desk layout a bit. Oh, there he is. He's got for his holidays.
We're bad influence. You buy something, I buy something, you buy it.
I think I did a video, and you said, "Does the camera actually follow you?" I was like,
"Yeah,
sorry, Simon, you've got to spend money to get."
No, yes, it does. I'm kind of borrowing this. We'll see. I bought it for my holiday, so we'll see how it goes. If it performs.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's a cool little thing. I've not actually probably used it yet, but I was pretty impressed that it moves around. I'm not sure I actually like it though, to be honest. It's very cool, but I'm not sure if it made me feel queasy or not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm the same. I don't know what. I'm waiting for people to comment and say, "Oh, can you just stop moving?"
I was wondering if you can smooth it out slightly, like slow it. I don't know if there's a setting in there to maybe make it not as jarring, maybe smoother.
Maybe the closer you are to it, it'll pick more of your face, kind of thing, I imagine.
Because obviously, like, when you get people out there who actually have a camera operator doing it, there's similar things happening, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's smoother, so that's something to look into. Maybe you can smooth it out a little bit, or make it not quite as
jumpy. Yeah,
moving
because
as much.
it
Yeah.
was going left, right, and centre. I was like, oh, what's
Yeah, and you can see it kind of start and it changes back and stuff as you're moving
yeah,
around. So it's obviously trying to keep up with you. So
yeah.
maybe that's something to
Just
consider.
tells you how much I move throughout a video.
Yeah, or don't move. Basically stick a string on your head and stick it to the ceiling, give you a little bit of slack, and that's all you can move. So, but actually
No, but
making content and things like that is actually, you don't realize what you're doing. Like I twisted my chair, which is really bad. Shouldn't be doing that. Or say, and you don't realize you do these things until you start filming yourself, and then you're like, oh, that's a really bad habit I've got. I'm like moving around loads, or I'm twisting my chair, or saying loads,
no,
or
actually, the word actually, I don't even know
yeah,
how many times I say the word actually throughout a video. It is
yeah,
insane. But I've tried to do it in such a way, I don't know if you can see it there or not, but this is a desk that, first of all, obviously, it's an up and down desk.
oh yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
I use it for my prep, but I'm hoping that I can move in such a way it moves. So almost do like videos, like almost like a look at, I've got a desk kind of thing.
Yeah, that's
Kind
quite
of thing.
where you're kind
So
of sitting at it or
yeah,
standing
yeah.
and in front of you.
So it
That's
kind
quite a
of
popular format. You just need a reasonable sized room for it, I guess.
yeah,
That's the only thing. I'd love to do it here, but I'd have to like get another desk or something. So I'm not
yeah.
sure what. I'm probably going to get a sofa, I guess. I don't know the best way to do it. I guess film studios, they look really
Just imagine
presentable.
lying back, doing a
Yeah.
video while lying on the sofa. Hey guys, I'm just
Yeah.
walking up. Get ready with me in the morning. I'm just
I mean,
walking
what I
up.
should do, yeah, really is like get a desk and then put some, and then just have it dismantle it when I don't need it. Like, don't have it screwed in, and then.
Yeah,
But I want this office to look nice, even when it's not a film studio. If you look at like a lot of the background, the behind the scenes of film studios and YouTube studios, they look messy. There's stuff all over the place. But
yeah,
obviously, when the shot's taken, it looks really nice. But I want it to look nice all the time. So
yeah,
it's like, well, I don't want to have the half-made desk on there, which I use to put up to make it look good for a
yeah,
video. So it's trying to get that balance, I guess, of looking good, but also, like not being a mess, not being a total mess. But also, it's good to maybe think about doing different scenes as well. I guess you've got like two scenes. You've got the one
yeah,
there, then you've got the whiteboard one.
yeah.
So I'm thinking, yeah, I could do one where I'm sitting here, maybe one where I'm sat at a sofa, maybe. I don't know. I'm still trying to think how to do it.
Have you used your second camera? Yeah.
No, a total waste of money. Yeah, I've even got to DJI Action 4s, and I was editing today, and I was like, do you know what? I can't bother to do it. It's too much work. I'm going to send it back. It's too much work to do the multicam. It's not takes long enough to edit it as it is without me having to do two action things as well, two things. So what I do now is I do a zoom, 110% zoom on like when I'm like making a point or something.
Yeah.
It'll zoom in, then it'll come back out, and that's like gives it a bit more dynamic element to the video. Dynamicism, is that a word?
Yeah. Have you got a number in mind when you're thinking I'm going to get somebody to edit the videos?
What in terms of how much it cost me? Or
Yeah, I mean, no subscribers. Like, I mean, because obviously, I have seen people start using what's it called, editors, and then you just see the channel blowing up massively.
Yeah.
And for me, I think I cannot part with our money yet. I cannot part with our money, the amount of money to employ somebody else.
I don't know how much an editor costs. I've looked at social media managers on like Fiverr, and you can get them for anywhere between sort of 200 to 350 a month, and they'll do like one video a day, or like short videos and like that, or whatever, or posts on all your social media stuff. I was like, maybe I'll do that, get a social media manager. But yeah, video editor, I'd love to get one, but I just don't know how much it costs or how it's going to work. How I'm going to change what I do. Also, I don't do enough content for a full-time one as well, so maybe split one actually if you wanted. If we doing that, something like that. So because I don't have enough content, they're going to be working full-time for me unless I start really pumping out the content.
But that's what Ben Alistair said. He said because he was paying someone, he had to make the content.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But I kind of run out of ideas sometimes, though. I'm like, what should I even talk about? Like, do a video. I have to ask in my Discord. To be fair, people give me some good questions. Like, one guy was saying, I've got like 15 grand worth of Lego. Should I sell it and put it into Amazon? I was like, yes, you should do. It was 8 grand. And then it was Lego. No, Pokemon cards. So Pokemon, not Lego, sorry. But yeah, he had 8 grand worth of Pokemon cards. It'd gone up to 15K in value. Wow. Should he keep it to keep it investment, or should he sell it and put it into Amazon? I was like 100% Amazon. Well, they'll take that advice. I don't know, but everyone's probably got their own opinion on that. But like realistically, what are you hoping your Pokemon that's worth 15 grand going to go up to in a year? Maybe if it goes at 20%, you're at 18K. Or you put it into Amazon, you can churn that 3-4 times in a year at 30% ROI and make way more than that. So
No, I mean,
I don't know.
I've had some amazing sales from Lego for the last 2 months. Obviously, I had my 8K, 7K that I spent on Lego investing, and obviously I'm using that to clear the student finance debt and all that carry on.
Yeah.
But the difference is amazing, Simon. Seriously, when I get the new house and when we move out in 2.5 years' time, I will be doing Lego investing again.
Okay.
At the moment in time, I'm thinking there's no point having taken so much space. It literally
Yeah.
took the whole loft. And I guess we've had the conversation over and over again. The only problem with Lego is, first of all, it's not built for storage, and it takes so much space to get storage.
Yeah, exactly. So when you're buying a new house, you can keep a few things in mind. YouTube studio, like maybe a prep area, maybe not. I don't know if you do that anymore, but then obviously, Lego storage area. I guess it could be a spare bedroom. You just turn into. It's like getting a renter in to live in the room, except they don't do anything. It's just Lego sitting there, making you money in your room.
It's just mad at the moment. It's just, I mean, I'm just looking at my garage. I could, in theory, not theory. I am moving from selling toys. I'll be honest with you, Simon. I am moving an awful lot from selling toys. Obviously, I'll still sell toys at Christmas because I'll be daft not to.
Sure, yeah.
But
it becomes more a seasonal item then at that point.
But it used to be 80% of what I sold was toys, and I'm switching now into other stuff which takes a lot less space, and it's got a lot better margin and a lot better sell-through rate too. So it's kind of insane. I'm finding it obviously that I'm getting better with the advertising too with Amazon. So I've just had a product that I'm launching now that I'm getting 11 quid profit per sale, which is brilliant. You know, I'm a private label product, 11 pro. It's a bulkier item. But I'm just thinking like, sell. I need 10 a day. That's 100 quid. Let's start doing it. That's 20 quid. I don't know. It's just.
Exactly. I know what you mean. In theory, amazing. You can buy those.
The power of Amazon. The power of Amazon. And eventually, it takes. Obviously, you did. Let's have a look at my figure. You did 11. Let's have a look at mine previous month, because I should have a few days to clear out any possible. My return rate is not bad at all. You know, I am on 1.75% return rate, and we're not talking about a crazy amount. Yes, so 6,768 quid. That's what it was for mine. So just shy from 7K, 26K in sales. So profit margin 26%.
Nice
for that. So
can't complain. It's pretty good, isn't it? So my return rate was 13% last month. So
I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there.
It's a slow build. You can't rush this thing. You've got to take your time, unless you've got pots of money. Even then.
Speaking of, what's happened with your PL journey, sir, with your brother?
Oh, it's basically non-existent right now. Yeah, so. But as I've already told you, maybe I mentioned it to you, one of my big replens, which I've been milking now for about 9 months now, I think, which is making me about 5,000 a month, and probably actually will be making me more throughout the year, is gone. So the website I ordered it from basically said you can keep your account for this, you can order more stuff, but you're not allowed to order that item anymore. If you do, we'll ban you, basically. Wow. So after spending about 150, 200K on one product, they've said that's the end of that, which is a shame. It sucks. So I'll have to now actually do some sourcing again.
Is Simon's new giveaway? Simon's new giveaway in his Discord group now. Join in, and you might tell you SKU.
No, even now I know. I'd sell it. I know someone who's still ordering, and so they only just targeted me because I know someone who's ordering it still and still getting orders through.
Wow.
He just put one in like yesterday, and it's fine. But for me, they auto cancel. And they banned my account temporarily over the bank holiday weekend. And there's no way around it. I tried to create a separate account in my dad's name and stuff like that. Problem is the billing address needs to be the same. That's the thing you can't get around. So unless I risk not getting my VAT back, which it still would be profitable, but not as profitable. So anyway, it's just time to move on. So that might push me into going more into probably more software, to be honest, than private label. I've got the software ideas. So, but I do want to do private label at some point. I've just been too lazy.
No, I've been
living off that replay. But it shows you build up the replens there. You can kind of live off them without doing any sourcing for ages and make 10,000 a month.
Yeah.
So that was a good one, to be fair. But it's come to an end. So what are you going to do? That is the one annoying thing about OA, I'll be honest. And I guess it can happen with private label, but probably less likely, or you can milk private label for longer, is that nothing ever lasts in OA. And you find a really good thing like this one, and you can milk it for as long as possible, but then you get cancelled, basically. Either it goes out of stock or they just catch on. I don't know if they were losing money with it or what was going on, but they decided, no, that's the end. So, yeah. It sucks, but that's it. So, yeah, pro label's more sustainable.
So you're saying is your cop mechanism going to be, I'm going to investigate another category, or is it going to go straight into the software building?
I'm still going to do this category. It's just that item, that singular item, I'm not allowed to order. So I can still order stuff from that site, and there's still other things. But this item that I found was very profitable. I was making €30 a pop every time I sold it into Europe.
Wow.
I was making between, depends on the UK, went up and down, but between 15 and 25 in the UK profit on it. But Europe was more profitable, although I factor in some return costs and stuff like that. But no, I could still do that category. It's just not going to be as popular product. So, yeah. And no, guys, I won't tell you what it is. I had someone tell me, what category did you say? I'm like, I'll literally tell you 99.999% of all the information I've got on Amazon. But I'm not going to tell you what I'm selling or what category I'm in. Basically, those are pretty much the two things I'm not going to tell you. So,
you're fake, mate. You're fake. You're fake. You're
exactly.
You're scamming people.
But pretty much, other than that, I'll pretty much tell you what you want. I'll even tell you how much money I make a month.
Yeah, you are. You actually communicate so much on Discord, on your Discord.
Yeah, I don't mind talking about money. It's one of my favorite topics, actually. So, but going back to the whole edit video to thing, social media makes me about $1,200-1,300 a month right now, which is pretty good, to be fair, considering how big my channel is, which is kind of crazy. Probably when it gets to maybe 2 or 3, maybe I'll consider looking at getting an editor. But again, it depends how much they cost and stuff. But yeah, I do need to do it at some point. There's an answer to that one.
It's just thinking, what's going to blow the channel? You know what I mean? That's what you got to be thinking. What's going to blow? I mean, what we're trying to get out of it. Obviously, I don't know. I just love it. I mean, I'm not doing it for how much YouTube pays me. I could tell you that.
No. So I'm not doing just the money because I'm doing it. It is nice to have the money coming in, and that is an element of it. I'm not going to lie. I did have a goal in mind to make money from it, but I'm doing it to help people as well. I like to see people succeed. I think Amazon's a great business for people to get into. People can quit their jobs, change their lives, essentially, change their careers, whatever they want to do, or just do a bit of side income, on the side. Not everyone wants to do a full-time business on Amazon, which is, perfectly fine. But yeah, the opportunity is there. So I'm not one of these people that thinks I need to hoard everything. Like, I think there's enough on Amazon for everyone.
I think there is. Yeah,
it's crazy how big Amazon is. So, but yeah, unfortunately, what you get though, like with toys, is one of the categories that every new person goes into, and every group you join pretty much posts health and beauty and toys. So that's what everyone sells it, and then. One guy was asking me just yesterday, like, I don't know how you buy these leads and they don't get reverse sourced and tanked and stuff, because whenever I do something, if I find something good, for a week later, there's 10, 20 people on it. I'm like, well, it's either because you're sourcing from the same sites as everyone else and you're doing the same categories as everyone else. No. You're doing health and beauty and toys. Yeah, of course they're going to reverse source you, but there's so many other categories on Amazon. It's just insane. It's crazy that everyone's bottlenecked into one category.
Yeah.
It's nuts, really. But that's
easy. It's accessible, isn't it? I guess that's the thing. It's easy accessible. So many different retailers.
It's accessible. It's easy to pack a health and beauty item and prep it and
stuff. And it has got the Christmas effect. I mean,
that's true.
It's not hard to make 60, 70K in sales just thinking about it in Christmas.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
What was your Christmas like? How many sales did you get at Christmas last year? You did amazingly well. You said you ran out of stock.
Yeah, too early. Let me look at my December, actually. I'm not sure. I mean, less than I'm making now, actually. But so I was happy with it. But I made 8,000 profit on SDK. So it did okay, but I could have done way more.
I was the same with that. But I get stupidly on stuff, and I get the idea of, I am going to do a private label now, and I'm going to stop sourcing during the most profitable month of the year. I just get stupid sometimes, and And I generally thought I was going to get quite a large corporation tax bill too with it. But I was a lot smarter with everything I've been doing in the VAT, and I was a lot more prepared. It really, so that's why it stopped me a bit from purchasing as much. But it's stupid. I should have just gone. I mean, guys, for everyone's watching this, okay, Christmas time, you just go bananas. You just go bananas. The demand's going to be there. The demand's going to be there.
And my advice is do the research, look at Keeper, see what the last December prices were, and try and price your items at that point. Because one problem I had is I sold out a lot of stuff in November.
Yeah.
And then the prices kept going up and up and up and up on these items. And I was like, oh, I've left money on the table here. Yes, I still did very well on them.
Yeah.
I could have made even more money.
November was strong. November was very strong
November
last
was
year.
strong. A lot of perfumes and stuff I sold out in end of November. And I was like, I could have made even more money in December. Now, if it's something you can constantly replan or you got loads, fine, sell it throughout. But if you've only got 10, 20 of them, just hold out for December.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had a perfume that a lot of people, it was from the Tino, which is obviously a very heavily sourced site. People were selling it in October, November time for about 85, 86 pounds. I priced my final unit a few days before Christmas for 140, and it got a sale. So nearly double, basically. Now I'm not saying you're going to get lots of sales at 140, but I thought when I got down to my final 3 units, I just kept putting the price up. Final units, I got a bit of 140, and I actually got a sale. Which is amazing, really. So just shows you people panic buying towards the end of Christmas, and people pay crazy money for these kind of things. So it's nuts. It's a great time. You can make a huge amount if you're prepared for it.
It's the part of Amazon. It's the part of. I mean, obviously, if I'm looking at now, okay, so I've got my month to day. Let's have a look. Month to day. Mine's
insane, actually.
I've got 218 orders. Imagine you packing 218 orders.
Yeah.
In 4 days, that'll take a whole day. You know what I mean? It would never happen. So never mind the amount of money, just the fact that you are not packing 218
you could
orders.
Do it, but you'd be a full-time job, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. It would be.
You know, you'd be there for 8 hours a day.
But it also costs you because you'd have to have all the equipment for 218 boxes, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It costs you a fair whack, I would say.
It'd be a total pain to do that.
Speaking of,
weirdly enough, though, the guys in America like Flip for Miles and stuff like that, they really do promote doing FBM during Christmas time, which is nuts. They spend 10, 12-hour days doing like packing on FBM, which I think
maybe the fees are different. Maybe the fees are different in America.
I think it's just because you can churn your stock quick and you can get it out and you get more sales in
faster,
FBM.
don't you? You get faster.
So, but yeah, this month I'm doing crazy numbers. I'm already on 1,700 profit, which is freaking nuts. So yeah,
I'm 600 behind you.
Not going to last. Not going to last when all my because I've got a decent number of stock. My replan thing that's now gone. So once that's gone, though,
1,107. That's what I've got. 1,107. I'm getting there, man.
It's pretty sick. Not even 4 days in yet. I mean, we've still got half a day to go yet.
It's finally getting
crazy
there.
Numbers, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I've seen people post 23,000, 24,000 profit last month in some groups. Crazy numbers. Can you imagine making 25 grand a month? They're STK figures, but still.
That's the thing. It's just like the more time you spend on it, I've just not got the time. You know what I mean? The more time you spend on it, the better it'll become for yourself. Obviously, now you're going away for a week, aren't you?
I'm still going to work.
I bet your parcel people happy as anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still going to work there. I'm still going to be there. I'm going to be taking the camera. I'm going to do videos. I'm going to take my laptop. So I'm going to chill in the pool and stuff. Yeah. You know, I got myself a nice villa.
Mate, just a bit of sun. Just a bit of sun.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you need.
I'm still going to do some work, but yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. To be honest, it'd be good to actually relax for a bit. But I'll still be working. Workaholic.
Well, to be fair, I mean, just the sun is just the fact that I had my neighbour put the heating on yesterday. My neighbour had the heating on.
Yeah, to be fair, it's been a few days where I was like, I really don't want to because it's meant to be summer, but it's got really cold. Yeah, the weather's weird, isn't it? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the sun, although apparently it's really hot in Mallorca. I've got a friend who's out there now. It's like 31 degrees, something crazy, which is kind of getting too hot. But once you've got pool and stuff,
it'd be amazing.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Any update on your parcel thief? What's happening with that? Is it dead?
No, well, I have no more parcels stolen because... Well, no, I had a third one stolen, actually, which I didn't really care about. So when I ran my Airbnb, towards the end, actually, when I wasn't sure if I was closing it out, I bought a 5-litre tub of shampoo, 5-litre tub of conditioner. they were sat in my communal hallway. I didn't really care about them too much. I was going to donate them anyway, and they got left the first time the thief came, but eventually they came back and took them like a week later or 2 weeks later. But yeah, now I'm really careful. So all my UPS boxes go into my car and stuff like that for UPS. I can't just leave them out now. But yeah, hopefully that's all going to go now once I've done that and got all the stock out. I don't want to see a single item of stock in my apartment. That's my goal.
Man, that'd be
Apart
amazing.
from returns. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sick of it now. I'm sick of prep. Are you not sick of prep? That's my head in.
I don't do as much of it, to be honest, mate. And then when I do, it's the same unit, if that makes sense. So
sure,
it almost doesn't feel. I'll just put a podcast in as just 200-300 units kind of thing. If I had to prep it, I have actually sent a lot to Skewific, and they processed it amazingly fast, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's good.
It was a complicated bundle that I sent over to them, simply because the demand from Amazon was that crazy that I needed more, and I could only make X amount of them per day. So they created 300 of them extremely fast, and it's selling. And it's just nice to know that there's such beauty involved with you getting a shelf of something that you've never touched.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's brilliant, isn't it? You've never actually.
You just got to sometimes. I know the cost is expensive, but sometimes you just got to let go. You got to put your efforts into more valuable things. I'd rather make a
time,
video.
You know what I mean? It's time. So I mean, I've set a goal for myself. I want to create a course for June. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I've just looking at receipts, Dunkin' Donuts. That's good.
Nice.
I'm just thinking. Well, Nick, you can be spending more time to do that, and I'm just thinking all the different things I want to make in the course. So the way I've done it is I've wrote everything down on the iPad, and I think I'm just going to go on Notion and create the models, and then have the sub videos and do it like that. That's what I'm going to be doing, and then because it's such a mammoth task, I think I've got to tackle it small bit by bit, in making the videos. It's
like any
kind of thing.
Big complicated thing. Yeah. It used to be software engineer. If you look at like an end software product, it looks ridiculous. You have to break everything down into very small little chunks and just do it one at a time. Like, I'm the same, but I've started using Canva to like make some nice graphics, I guess, for my course. So the first one I'm doing right now is what is FBA? The most basic level of it. What actually is it? So. But yeah, I've got a plan to make a course as well. I think mine's probably going to be free. I'm not sure yet, or not. Pretty cheap, like 50 quid.
Nice.
But you're doing private label though, so it's a little bit different. Has more value.
Mine's definitely going to be. I don't know. Like, I mean, in my head, I've got 600 quid. That's what I'm thinking in my head. But I think you've said it also for yourself. Is this how much money you can make from Amazon kind of thing? You know what I mean? It's just you're selling yourself short kind of thing. Because I was doing my one-to-ones a lot cheaper than most people. And then it's like, Nick, you are selling yourself short. This is how much money people can make from the information that you've got. And I've changed I've changed the price for the one-to-ones. And obviously, I think.
So what do you charge now then for a one-to-one?
I charge 100 quid. 100 quid.
Yeah, that's what I charge.
I charge.
There's people out there that charge 150, 200. I think there's one guy that's £600 an hour, which is crazy. I don't know how many students he gets, but 500 or something like that. Yeah.
I guess. And then I was thinking, do I make the course as the same amount of time it's taken me to create it, kind of thing? But I don't know. It's a weird one.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense for people charging 4,500 for a course. It's like, how are you charging $4,500 for something?
There has to be a lot of one-on-one, or not, at least group calls of that to make up for it. Well, basically unlimited ones, basically, and other things like that. So, well, you can just make it and see how you get on. You can always do promotions as well. You need to start building an email list, ideally.
Have you utilised yours? Have you utilised yours at all?
I've not utilised it yet because I've got nothing to sell. Well, apart from one-on-one coaching, I suppose. But I'm not really pushing that hard at all. If someone wants one-on-one coaching, I'll do it. But I don't ever really promote it. Although I was thinking that just this morning, actually, I was like, should I put a thing out to my Discord members saying, like, I normally charge 100 quid an hour, but maybe I'll do a deal where you can get like 4 hours for 200 quid. So a massive discount. Well, I'm not sure exactly here. But the point is, I get it up front, and then I want to take a bit less. But then we'll do it like over every month or so. That's an idea I was floating. I'm not sure yet.
I think you probably have the same problem as me, where you just provide all the information in one session.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. That's why I don't get repeat students, because I give them everything they need in one go.
Yeah. I think that's the problem that I've got.
So I heard a few people say, "Do you have like a mentorship program?" I'm like, I don't. I just do like ad hoc, one-on-one. I'll just ask me what you want, and I'll give you the information. And basically, it's just like me spurting out information for an hour. I tend to go over a little bit as well, Yeah, and then I never get repeat. Everyone seems very happy unless they're lying to me. But yeah, I just give out too much information. Plus, I've got my YouTube channel where I give loads of information as well. Yeah, I'm not sure about the whole. I kind of like the freemium model where I'm giving stuff for free, but then I'm trying to get the money through affiliates and stuff. Because I feel like it's a win-win. I'm not promoting anything I don't like either.
Yeah.
But
It's a weird one. It's just like,
yeah, for me, that's what I'm thinking. But I don't know. It's like, would you make more money from like giving it out to loads of people and trying to capture to some people? They sign up to like Cellaramp, Protector Pro, whatever it is, basically, and then that's worth like £50 a month if they, as long as they, and then it's your interest and their interest to be profitable, because then if they continue to be profitable, they continue to subscribe to those softwares, and then you can capture them for 3, 4, 5 years, how long they're doing Amazon for. That could be worth way more money than selling a course. I don't know. But it's
I guess it's going to be how long is it going to take me to make it? You know what I mean? It's just, if I spend,
take a long time.
Yeah, if I spend 15, 20 hours, I'd feel quite bad just giving it away, especially when my time is so limited to do different things.
Yeah, I get it. Yes, I mean, I made a Udemy course years and years and years ago now on how to use like Mac OS basically, and I sold that on Udemy, and I made like 10,000 I think on it in the end, something like that. But every hour of content was about 4 hours of work, so.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be something similar to this. I guess the more efficient you get, I guess the biggest problem with that was having to refilm it because I kept saying and a lot. So then you have to edit those out. It takes ages. So every time I say you want to now get edit out. No, it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, so it does take a lot of effort. But what I'm also thinking as well is maybe I'll do. Yeah, saying it too much now. God.
That's me actually. I cut myself now and I actually count them throughout the videos.
Is one thing of doing without saying again is I'm going to do maybe a beginner one that's free, and then the next level, the intermediate and the advanced elements will be paid. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I mean, people, you could easily make a video about Keeper and charge 20, 30 quid for people to work out how to use Keeper properly. Because they would make that money in the same month, many times over.
It's just portraying that to people. We know they could, but it's just getting that value across and then getting through all the noise of all the crap that's on social media. That's the problem I'm finding.
I don't think we're allowed enough. We're definitely not loud enough. With it.
Yeah, it's kind of Well, it's like technically, I suppose, still a circle, even though they're like very clickbaity and fake. I guess once you're in, if they're giving you good information, I suppose it is forgivable in a way. They're just using that kind of tactic to get you in.
Yeah,
the problem is, and I've never been in a circle, I don't know. I think what they teach you is total junk because those guys don't know what they're talking about, really.
Yeah. So a lot of people. It's a lot of people too. You're competing with a lot of people.
Yeah. So, but that's why I'm not a big fan of like doing. I'll never do leads myself, basically, unless I do them like someone gives me a lead and I'll raffle it out to 1 or 2 people. I don't like the idea of giving leads out to 600, 700, 800 people, which is what a lot of groups do. That's why I like mental picks. Shout out, by the way, guys. I'm sure there'll be a link in the description of this video. Because they've got like 110 members.
Yeah.
So, and it's mostly RA. I mean, they do have some good OA stuff as well, but it's mostly RA, and RA is way less bricky unless it's like a massive national sale that everyone knows about. But even then, just like that Lego in January, I was like, I always get to mind that's going to be a long-term hold for Christmas, basically. So yeah, I was doing Q4 prep in January. Yeah.
Well, it happens. I mean, I've already got people talking about back to school. School's not even finished, and So
exactly.
Like, do I create something for back to school kind of thing? Because obviously I'm doing a lot of bundles at the moment in time. I'm just I'm adding. That's the thing. So I've been able to add another component. I've just got another 500 units from a component for from China, but this is my branded item for about 50p.
Oh, nice.
With my logo and everything, you know what I mean? And I add it, and I add a value of 3-4 quid. It's been amazing, seriously. So it's just unlocked everything. So
the
now,
bundles is...
so my portfolio is my toys, my RA from Mental Clicks, shout out again. And it does sell. I'll be honest with you, mate. I've been in for 2 weeks, and I've already sold stuff that I picked up with RA with what Thomas put in.
I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't believe in it.
Yeah. And then I've got, what else? I've got my PL stuff that's selling nicely, and I've got my unique bundles PL. So it's a nice little portfolio, and it means that I'm slowly stepping away more and more. I could really effectively, once I get a contact to source the UK stuff. I mean, the problem is a lot of wholesalers don't want you to be using the stuff in the prep center. So I guess that's the only missing piece of the puzzle potentially. Really, so that's why I've had a lot of stuff coming here. But the ideal scenario is to be able to have all the stuff, even from China, going straight to the prep center, and then they pack it for me, and I don't see it. And that's what's going to happen effectively in the next 2-3 years, because I would like to be able to take my family away for a month a year to Greece, and I know that everything's going to be working here, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so
that's the goal.
Good systems in place, hire some good people. Yeah, I've not done wholesale myself. I don't know. Yeah, maybe some are a bit iffy about prep centers, but you can just say it's your distribution hub. I don't see why that'd be an issue for them.
Yeah.
But
they are weird with it. They are
some
weird
of them,
with it.
yeah. Wholesalers are a very weird business model because, like, you think they want the business, but it feels like they don't want the business.
Yeah. Well, I guess they don't want somebody to buy it and sell on Amazon for like cheap, and therefore they lose the contract. Then I guess that's what it is really with it.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm just speaking of family. I'm looking at the time. I've got a little one to go pick up from nursery.
Yeah, no problem. So, yeah, how long you got? You want to close it off now, or you got?
Yeah, we've got another 5 minutes, then we'll close it off.
Sure, yeah,
we'll do. In fact, actually, because we end up talking at the end of this every time, guys. So what we'll do is we'll close this one, and then me and Sammy can talk.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Because I could go on for hours about Amazon business. So. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Anyway, check me out at FBA Mogul on all the social medias.
And links in the description, I'm sure. Yeah, I've got the free Discord for yourself that you've got, and your YouTube channel and your Insta, and daily videos at the moment in time.
Yeah, well, mostly daily. Yeah, but trying to just post out the results, try and get more people. Everyone I do get 2 or 3 people into Discord, so it works. So it's all right. Yeah,
happy days. No, thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Bye.